motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Motion by Supervisor Frazier, seconded by Mayor Blaze.
Kevin.
Kevin.
You're
Okay,
seconding,
Kevin, yeah.
right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, right.
Which one are we on now?
Opposed,
Right.
carried.
Okay. Make it pass, Jeff.
3 is action agenda, new business, rescind resolution 97 of 2014, change in project funding. Jeff, what
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the two resolutions we're advancing today are really combined effort to clean up some of the grant funding that had been applied to the park project. The part of the difficulty is when we won one of the grants, there was a blend of multiple projects under the same grant. So as the park project has advanced, we've gotten clarity on what funding was needed for completing that project. Now we're kind of backtracking, correcting our funding sources for that project because the remaining funds are being applied on other areas of the park and actually onto the Westbrook parking lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Ed Downing, my office, had talked through this with the treasurer's office, and the cleanest way to really do this is to rescind the last resolution that was applied under this, and then just reallocate. On page 2 is the resolution, setting the funding amounts for on page 3 is the resolution setting the funding amounts for the actual shares needed in the project.
I'll make that a motion.
Okay. By Supervisor Frazier, or second by Supervisor Frazier. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Okay. Referral items, there's none.
The
Privilege of the floor.
I'll give the committee an update. I do have a pending item that will be a amendment to the Elan contract. The original contract with Elan, that's being carried under the Villages project on the main park, but we do have a change order for them for the work they did for the festival space fence. And as you recall, we moved that design forward pretty quickly in the spring,
Right.
And then they did some construction support during the construction and with shop drawing reviews and some of the other stuff. So that is a pending item that we'll be advancing. I just want to give the committee a heads up.
How much?
Right now it's $12,000 is what their estimated fee was for that. I don't have a breakdown of the fees yet. $12,000.
$12,000 for a fence?
Design and construction support.
Well, the design of the fence was already done, right? I mean, the fence is the fence. What's the design?
Well, there was a layout. There was layout plans. There was
Right, I
foundation
remember you
plans.
had that all though.
Yeah. Well, I understand your concern. The work was advanced, and discussed in the PMEC, back when that was occurring. So.
Do we have a good detail of what they designed?
That's what I don't have now. That's why I'm not advancing a resolution today. I'm just giving you a heads up that there is a cost coming. But it's all covered under the project. The money's there for the cost. It's just a matter.
It's still taxpayers' money, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm an advocate for my taxpayers.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's a threshold that you can advance a public works project. I don't know if it's still at $5,000 without it being advanced under the seal of either a landscape architect or a licensed engineer. You can't go to bid without producing those documents, and they produced the plans and specs that were used in the bidding phase to do the fence project. I think that's what you're referring to.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, certainly it was put together very quickly, and all the events wanted it and needed it, and were insisting on it, as I understand it. But I understand your concern, so we'll get the details.
Well, my concern is, if it came in at, like Billy's saying, at $5,000, but $12,000.
No, the law says anything over $5,000 requires plans and specs to be produced by either a licensed engineer or landscape architect before you can go to
But I thought we had all the plans done, Bill. I honestly thought that we had the layout.
I think the paperwork is following the work that was done. I think that's where we are.
Yeah.
The PMEC directed the project to go forward. it was done, and here comes the paperwork.
Yeah. Okay, anything else?
That's all I have for Gaslight
No.
Hancock.
Is there anything new on, I don't recall where we are on the flag? We wanted another flagpole, and that's still pending?
Jeff was going to, I think we pretty much decided the location, but
Yeah.
no one has really gone ahead and,
Yeah.
I think it's a project that we can do ourselves.
Right, okay.
I think Dave was looking into, where we got this pole
Mm-hmm.
last time, and I think again, we can do it in-house, the whole project
Oh,
from start
okay.
to finish.
I think the next step on that would be to discuss it one more time at the PMEC. And one of the things that's changed recently was the recommendation on where the new stage would go. And so that, I think, you know, either confirms or may influence where we put the main flagpole.
Right. Yeah, so for this committee, we haven't really discussed that, the stage either, but probably maybe the next meeting we'll go over that, the proposals for location of the stage.
Well, I asked, we have a PMEC meeting scheduled for, Tuesday at 1 o'clock, 3 weeks from last, remember, not last
Right.
week, last month we set it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the second Tuesday in August, and I asked Alana if they could meet following that meeting with several of the promoters to have them look at the stage
Right.
and, what's been, created so far.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think after that meeting, we'll have a good feeling as to where, there's been a lot of discussion over the telephone with different ones as to where it should go.
Right.
It seems like the preferred spot was location B on the map that he showed us, which
Right.
is the
southwest corner.
southwest corner
Right.
of the circle, if you picture it,
Yeah.
facing, catty corner towards the lake and the Fort William Head.
That would be on the left-hand side as you're entering the main festival space
Correct.
entrance off
Right.
of the parking lot.
Right,
Facing northeast, basically.
Right, they discussed the fact that it could be put over that, swale that they made there, and most of the promoters think that's the ideal location. The closer to the road, the closer to the parking lot that they can get it, the better off it's gonna be for access.
Yeah.
But I think we'll have a good feeling on that after our next meeting.
Okay.
And then I think the discussion regarding placement of a dedicated freestanding flagpole would be basically opposite that, over near the pathway as it goes through the park building. So as if you're walking from the main entrance into the festival space and kind of veering towards the beach road entrance and the building, the flagpoles would be on the left-hand side as you're approaching that building. Is that kind of what the concept is now?
Right.
And the thought, it wasn't included as part of the project, but the thought was there will be veterans organizations and organizations that want to do ceremonies, you know, to include, you know, flag raising and retreat. And so we think it's important to have a large flagpole there, a dedicated one.
I gotta say that the building looks nice. I was
Yeah.
telling Billy earlier, I think it fits in with the landscape down there, you know, the way it used to be a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The design of the stage, what we've seen so far, is almost identical. You know, stonework on the bottom, the parapet on the top, just to picture a stage. It blends in with that building you're talking about, which we
Right.
thought was very nice.
Okay. Any other business? Any privilege of the floor?
Which meeting are we in?
Gaslight
Would you enlighten me?
We don't have
Yeah.
a point.
Huh?
I guess we're not, I
We
guess,
got time for a break, coffee.
the only
break.
time it's not till 10 o'clock, so we're deadheading till 10 o'clock.
Billy, now this, we're adjourned, right? It's
Okay.
12,000.